Hi guys, today we're coming through with another episode about ADHD meds because I've got a lot of clients, friends, even a family member that have asked me recently, oh my god, I started to take my ADHD meds and it unleashed the autistic beast in me. No, it didn't. It just removed the smoke of the ADHD. Because I swear before medication, my brain was chaos. Thoughts were everywhere, and I don't mean in the beginning because it takes a long ass time to titrate onto this medication. It's expensive and it just drives you absolutely crazy. Titration process costs you a lot mentally and sometimes emotionally and sometimes financially if you're going for a psychiatrist. But when you get there, you do get there. But first, my brain was pure chaos. Thoughts were everywhere. I was always with my ADHD starting 10 things at once. Losing my phone while I'm still holding my phone. Looking for my glasses while my glasses are on my head. And walking into rooms so confused like I'm some sim character and I've got no assigned task. And then I started ADHD medication and titrated onto it. And suddenly my autism appeared like, here comes Johnny. And I've actually been here this whole time, Johnny. But Johnny popped up and Johnny just didn't disappear again. Because nobody warned me, but when that ADHD noise gets that little bit quieter, you suddenly notice the autism just shine bright like a diamond. Like now I can actually hear the fluorescent light buzzing, which feels illegally honest for me to say. My clothes feel itchier than ever, and they were already itchy. My labels in my clothes just feel aggressive and shitty. And when I wear jeans, they now feel like punishment, where before they were less punishment, but still not that bearable. Socialising got weirder since my ADHD meds, because before meds, I'd just impulsively talk through conversations at 100 miles per hour. And somehow I would survive on adrenaline, chaos, dopamine probably. Now I actually feel and notice the conversations, which means I notice them awkward pauses. Me masking and laughing. Me trying hard and failing hard at too much, too little, too soon eye contact. People interrupting each other, mostly me still interrupting each other. And it's exhausting. And honestly, I think ADHD was masking parts of my autism, just like them for years, because the hyperactivity kind of covered the sensory overwhelm for me. The impulsiveness covered the social anxiety, and the chaos distracted me from how rigid and overwhelmed I actually was underneath it all. And boy, was I rigid and overwhelmed. And once the medication slowed everything down, I was like, oh, I'm not actually becoming more autistic because I've always been that way. I'm just finally able to see it for what it is. Because for years I thought, why am I still struggling? Why do I still feel overwhelmed? Why do I still need recovery time after being around people? And that's because ADHD was never the full, complete picture. But at times the ADHD has been in the driving seat a lot. And believe me, it's a really shitty driver. These meds, they help me focus, but they also remove the constant mental static that was drowning my autism out. Now I can suddenly tell when I'm overstimulated, when my routine changes, when I need silence, and when masking is just burning me the hell out, which is also very helpful, but also deeply bloody annoying. Because why did nobody explain that medication can feel like turning the lights on in a room that you've been hoarding 10 ton of shit in for, but you've been avoiding it? And I know so many ADHD people experience this. You start meds expecting it to be productivity straight away, like this whole amazing, game-changing, life-changing thing. Like generally, now I feel like, why is everybody chewing so loud, and why is the fridge so loud? Because I never noticed it before. But honestly, I don't think the meds changed who I am. I think they helped reveal who I already was underneath all of that shitty ADHD chaos. I think they helped reveal who I already really was. And weirdly, that's helped me understand myself more than ever, because now I'm learning the difference between me being distracted and me being overwhelmed, me being impulsive and me masking, me shut down and me burnt out. And I'm finally starting to stop blaming myself for things that my nervous system was struggling with all along. So if ADHD medication has made you feel more autistic, no, as I tell everyone, you're definitely not imagining it. Here comes Johnny is a thing. Johnny will appear. Johnny is my autism. But you're just noticing it really properly for the first time with the ADHD lens slightly removed. If I can elaborate on that for you or clear anything up or go into the more scientific side, just let me know in the comments. Or if that was completely off kilter and you relate to that, not at all. Also let me know in the comments. Sending lots of love. Have an amazing day, guys.